Explosive and fearless, Smilla Sundell has made a name for herself in the world of kickboxing. From well-disguised knockouts to complete domination, Smilla's already a one-time world champ. Here are some of the best highlights from her young career. It was a family vacation in Thailand that changed the trajectory of Sundell's life completely. She tried her hand at Muay Thai because there weren't any other sports to pursue in Thailand.
My name is Smilla Sundell and I'm a Muay Thai fighter.
And then her parents shifted to Thailand due to their careers. Only 12, Sundell realized her thirst for blood in the ring was almost unmatched, and soon she was running through opponents at the local gym. When she turned 15, her parents shifted back to Sweden, but there was no convincing Sundell she had found her passion, and she moved to Pattaya, a city in eastern Thailand, to join the Fairtex gym. Sundell had been heavily inspired by Stamp Fairtex, a famous kickboxer from the region.
I saw Stamp fighting at one and I was like, oh, I want to try this too.
And just like that, young Smilla became a problem for anyone who dared enter the ring with her. A year later, Sundell was already ranked #1 in the female featherweight division by the WBC Muay Thai, dismantling a number of decorated champions on her way to the top. Her biggest challenge in Pattaya was the lack of fights. In her own words, many kickboxers wouldn't turn up on fight day or simply back out.
My problem is that I don't get enough fights. People cancel, but I don't know why, to be honest. They say I'm too tall or something.
Ultimately, it meant Sundell had to take on Bongsak Sitvalek, a male kickboxer. Mind you, this wasn't some amateur yet. The way she dropped him with a combination of brutal blows was insane to see.
Left hook.
That smile tells you all you need to know. She's good, and she knows it. In her debut at the Muay Thai Super Champ, the 15-year-old took on one of Thailand's rising stars, Pornpan Muangpech. Many believed it was a step too far for Sundell, only for her to make light work of Pornpan. Her combination of Muay Khao clinch technique and boxing combinations was too much for Pornpan, who was at the end of a knee knockout in the second round.
I fought top fighters like Sao Sing, Fasitol, and Pornpan, and Deandra, all the fighters in one.
To date, this is one of Sundell's best performances. She needed to defeat Sorsopit to become the #1 ranked women's featherweight fighter in the world. But Sorsopit wasn't going to fold easily either. Ultimately, Sundell's height and power proved too much for the Thai star. And just like that, the young teenager from Sweden was a world #1. Yet this was only the beginning of her stardom. After a string of world-class performances, the #1 in the world had an offer from the ONE Championship. If you're a kickboxer, ONE is the ultimate dream. It might be a little less dominant than the UFC, but ONE definitely has a massive global reach too. And they gained a superstar with Smilla. Her debut came against Deandra Martin of Australia. Martin remains a well-known name in Muay Thai circles, having head-kicked a legend in Yolanda Schmidt.
Introducing first, out of the blue corner, holding a Muay Thai and kickboxing record of 31 wins, Smilla the Hurricane Sundell! Of 10 wins and 2 losses. Training out of Play U, Andra Martin!
Both prodigies were making their debuts in February 2022, and it was an even contest up until the third round.
Let's go. Smilla Sundell with a strong reach on the Aussie. Goes straight up the center corridor. Good jabs early on, tucking the chin.
Martin needs to deal with that jab.
Andrew's got to keep that right glove up. That's why that left hook coming through.
Despite Deandra finding a way in, it was Smilla who knocked down the Australian 3 times in the round to land a TKO win.
Nice high kick from Deandra. Who's that? Beautiful dump.
She's more of that. She's feeling more active.
Jab's being forced back again, and Smilla puts that vice line to the body. Folds her in half. Only a few seconds remaining. But it's going to be another 10. Oh, second knockdown.
3, 7, 8. You want to
Up in the count of 8 again.
Let's go.
Smilla Sundell from the corners of Diandra. You've got to return.
That's it.
The most impressive part of the fight was the fact that Sundell fought in 4-ounce MMA gloves for the first time in her career, shocking pundits and fans alike. After the fight, Sundell revealed how she learned quite a bit from the fight, including how to block differently and not take so many shots. This wasn't her being humble, she was simply telling the world she'd used the global stage of one championship to learn and improve her craft, all while defeating her opponent in the process. Her aggression earned her a second fight only 2 months after her victory, which shows how much faith the top brass had put in Sundell. If her other fights were learning processes, this one was a masterclass in aggression. Jackie Bunton, the American fighter out of Cali, was a seasoned pro. When she entered the ring against Smilla, she'd never lost in the one ring, winning all 3 of her previous fights, and she's gone on to win all of her 4 bouts after this loss to Smilla. But that night, Buntan's only win would be to take Smilla to 5 rounds.
Smilla jabbed around kick. Jackie tries to squeeze out the leg. Smilla
Guard from Smilla.
The outside leg.
There's your scorecard there, Michael.
Separate.
Anyone else would have been done within the first 2 because Sundell came down fast and hard. It was relentless, and Jackie had no answers to those 4-ounce gloves.
Throughout the outside leg kick, Smilla. Damage already on the face of Jackie Buntan. Looks like a Buntan. Catch. Good defense again by Smilla, pulling down the back of the head.
Once again, the height difference was too much for Smilla's opponent to deal with.
Smilla chains for the elbows, but Jackie holding on to that right wrist, holding on to the glove, in fact. Long limbs causing some problems. Nice dump there from Smilla.
Then you factor in her reach, and it's almost a surprise the American clung on for a decision. But there was never any doubt.
Smilla tags her, beautifully done! Smilla with the heavy artillery! Range, here Jackie catch, counter, nice right hand from Buntan, puts the knee guard on.
All judges unanimously agreed that Sundell had comfortably cruised to a win.
Smilla cracks the round kick in the ribcage.
It's a good body kick, lands it again.
Maybe 2 of them now. Left eye swollen shut on Jackie Buntan. Kick to the ribs. Left hand to the jaw. Flying into the guts. Snappy jab from Smilla. Train of leg kicks. And there it is. We are going.
And just like that, she became the youngest champion in one's history, aged 17. This remains one of the biggest achievements in the history of the sport, and it's scary to think about what Sundell is truly capable of. Having dominated Jackie and Deandra, Smilla took on Milana Bjelogrlic of Serbia in her 3rd fight in the ONE Championship.
Referee Chris gets this kickboxing match started and immediately with the leg kicks touching.
Known to be tough as nails, Milana wasn't going to make things any easier for Smilla.
Bjelogrlic just landed some beautiful combinations of her own.
It's a counter right hand landed by Bjelogrlic.
But contrary to popular belief, the young Swede reigned supreme.
Now,
She was at her brutal best on the night and showed the world that she'd earned the right to fight at this level.
We will see a second round. Bjelogrlic with the right hand of her own catches Smilla Sundell. And the knees though, that's going to be interesting to see how she handles.
Milana, on the other hand, couldn't live with the battering. She tried throwing swim stroke-esque punches, but they felt weak against the sheer power on display from Smilla. Throughout the bout, she made the most of Milana's poor body defense and kept using her height advantage to strike her with her knees.
It's a very talented
lot of these shots, especially that 1-2 combination.
It's really going to the body with the hook and then follows her up with the knees.
That stomach, iron is just eating it right off.
That threw the Serb off completely as Smilla doubled down with brutal combos to the face.
Bjelogrlic Smilla Sundell carrying on this combination of power.
But despite all this, the real moment that had everyone screaming was the incredible face kick.
Smilla Sundell.
Bang! It's a wonder Milana's corner didn't throw the towel in. It was abusive by that point. Somehow, the Serbian managed to stay on her feet and actually saw out the rounds to put the matter in the hands of the judges.
Since we last saw Muay Thai champion Smilla Sundell.
But no one, not even a huge Milana fan, would disagree with the result, as the judges gave the win to the Hurricane. Having made a mark at the highest level, it wasn't a surprise that Smilla had a target on her back. Everyone wanted that 26 pounds of gold on her shoulder.
I fight anyone. People older than me, more experienced than me, it doesn't matter.
And the Brazilian, Alicia Rodriguez, had a strong case for it.
Quero mostrar que eu posso ser uma boa desafiante para se tornar leve.
Rodriguez wasn't just a challenger, she's a champion of the atomweight category and was looking to snatch the strawweight title off of Sundell.
Real well.
Rodriguez longs and throws elbows with venomous-like intentions.
The Brazilian started off on the front foot, smashing the young Swede with multiple body shots off her left hook.
Coming off a unanimous decision win over Janet Todd at One Fight Night 8 in March. It landed moments ago, Rich. Another left hook that connected, and a right hand that blocked Sundell.
It seemed like a complete mismatch in the first round.
And being undeterred.
Sharp elbow on the inside. Two big elbows, another one.
Yeah, she's matching the pace of Sundell, so she's not, accommodating her.
And many believed Smilla's dream run had finally come to an end.
We're seeing her get worked by Rodriguez in this clinch here.
I like this left hook to the body, too, that Rodriguez is.
Rodriguez longs and throws elbows with venomous-like intentions.
At the start of the second, Sundell gained a lot of confidence and got a little closer to Alicia.
She'll continue coming forward.
Ooh, putting mean hand combinations together. Sundell's trying to get her out of there in the second.
She connected with a beautiful, straight-rocking Rodriguez world and pushed her to the circle wall.
Rodriguez going backwards. She just ate a right, followed by a left hook to the body. But she retaliates with a body kick.
Once Smilla had her opponent where she wanted, she went to work on her body.
A left hook connecting for Sundell.
An overhand right from Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, as she continues to walk forward right into some big shots from Sundell.
There was no escaping the dominance, and Rodriguez was clinging on for dear life.
Sundell, keep in mind that Rodriguez is pushing a good pace, and if she's going to classically be able to pick herself up.
What a battle inside the one circle. What? Elbows on the inside by Sundell.
The bullying went up a notch in the third.
The elbows well as she touches her with the left.
Big left hook. Well, Rodriguez, as she came forward, she ate a left elbow from Smilla Sundell.
And with only a couple of seconds left on the clock in the third, Sundell's onslaught of elbows, punches, and knees was enough for the referee to call it.
Body. Those body shots.
By Sundell in a rain punches, and this one is over. Wow.
That would become Sundell's first defense of her title, but also, unfortunately, her last, at least for now. Coming into her second defense of her title, Smilla was stripped of her belt because she couldn't make weight.
126.5 pounds, she misses weight.
The fight was moved up to 126.5 pound catchweight, and despite the gold not being on the line, the Swede had a lot to fight for. Pride.
126.5 pounds for Smilla Sundell.
If anything, it only motivated her more to make a mark.
You both know the rules, Muay Thai rules.
And despite undergoing an early barrage of blows from the Russian,
Champion, this one's scheduled for 5 rounds. We are underway. One has the greatest roster of world champions.
she managed to turn the tide in her favor.
And connecting. As Sundell comes forward, she has to be a little bit smarter in her defense when she exchanges.
Ondichkova, 3 of her last.
Natalia was subjected to a fearsome hard right cross, which was followed up by a shovel hook to the body.
Yeah, she has. That's a nice little combination there thrown by Sundell, she came in with the hands, fired off the knee.
Gasping for air, Diachkova was already defeated as Sundell locked in for the finish.
Ooh, nice body shot.
Oh my goodness, Diachkova's up! Diachkova's up! Sundell out, Diachkova out!
With the referee stopping the fight in the second.
Sundell comes from behind to stop Natalia Diachkova!
With that, Sundell's gone 5-0-1. And even though it was a bittersweet win for her, she'd be aiming to make a comeback and get her gold back. Do you think she will become a champion for the second time? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.